What is up, guys? Random footage from around here, and this is my 1994 Mazda Miata. There's just one problem with it. It's too many colors, and I don't really like that, so let's fix that.
Die push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone.
Well, guys, it is the next morning. I'm in my garage, and like every other video, the first step to whatever I need to do is move all of my cars. So I'm gonna get all my cars moved, and when we get the Miata back in here, I'll start talking about what we're gonna do. Well, guys, Miata is in the garage now. That was quite a process, but all the cars are moved. So in this video, we are gonna paint the Miata. We are going to paint it a really cool color. That color is midnight purple. I'm super excited about this project. I've always wanted to try to paint a car with a natural air compressor air gun. This is not a how-to. Before we get too far into this is not a how-to. This is just my journey of painting a car for the first time. Over here, we got all the paint supplies. I just went to a paint store and said, give me everything I'm gonna need. And they did that for the small price of around $600. That was fun, but we already started disassembling a little yesterday, but with these short days, it got dark quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that assembly with the lights, all the little like guards and all the other corner lights. I'm gonna take off the housing around the Miata headlight, so I'm probably gonna take those off as well, and the top fenders, probably the front bumper. I don't know, there's a lot of disassembly. I'm also gonna probably put it on 4 jack stand on every corner, so that way I can work on it a little easier, being that the car is 2.5 feet tall. So I'm gonna get started. I'll probably time lapse random parts of it. I also have a couple little projects I'm gonna work on in between making this video. So awesome. I'm so excited. It's a 4-day weekend for Thanksgiving, and we're about to get started. See you guys in a little. Okay, guys, it has been about 2 hours. I got some of my little projects done that were going to be too much of a pain in the butt to do on camera. Like, I had to fix my power windows. They kept getting stuck. Even though they're brand new, I had to work on that. I popped out some of the more difficult trim along the tops of the windows. And that was a fun one. I had to basically get inside the car with the hard dog roll bar, pull all of the rain rail off, pop that off, and then there was the other seal that had about 11 bolts. So it was about 22 bolts, I think, to get all that out. I also popped these things off. So I'm going to throw the camera into a time lapse where I'm going to drill out all the rivets on the body kit. I'm going to take off the mirrors, probably take off the top parts of the fenders and all the extra stuff, as well as probably jack it up so I can get to some of the stuff underneath. So enjoy the time lapse. I'll try to put some cool music onto it, but copyright free music isn't ever really that great. See you guys in a little. Okay, so it has been a little bit. I realized I do not have the correct drill bit size, so those over fenders are being a pain in the butt. But I got pretty much everything else stripped that I would need, other than I think the door handle is one of the last things. So we're about to go to Thanksgiving dinner, because obviously it's Thanksgiving. When we get back, hopefully I can get the drill bit to get that out and get the door handle. So this is where we're at, making huge progress. This is awesome. See you guys in a little bit. So guys, we are back. It is now day 2. The car's pretty much tore completely down, and it is time for me to pull it out into the crappy weather outside, because of course that's going to happen, and start cleaning all the parts, pieces, and things. So let me turn the camera on to show you how far apart I pulled the car. So as you can see, fenders, headlights, bumpers, doors pulled off, like what's on, but the handle's gone, the mirror's gone, the over fenders are pulled off. The rear is completely pulled apart, and then matching on this side. So my goal today is get everything pulled out. I want to get all the body work done today. So, the sanding, I'm going to hit the whole car with 400. Again, before you start listening, writing these down, this is not a how-to. So sand the whole car with 400 and just clean everything, get it prepped, and then fix, we walked around the car yesterday. You could see these little arrows. Can't really capture it on video, but there's tiny little dents. Also, we're going to probably fill in the extra bolt hole on the door, probably fill in the windshield wiper things. And then there's like some other little dents around the hood. So that's my plan for today. I'll probably throw some time lapses. Probably not of me washing. You guys have probably watched me wash enough cars. And this is just going to be a quick one just to get contaminants off the car. I just have to be careful. With the rain rail and everything being gone, I'm just going to fold the top up and, you know, be easy with the water. So I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. And hopefully I make a bunch of progress today because Thanksgiving slowed me down. Because the big meal, you know, you have to take a nap afterwards, of course. So see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I figured I would check in. We're roughly 3 hours in, I would say. We got all these panels sanded, spot primered, and we're going over now to mark spots for Bondo and, you know, stuff. Those panels as well. Just finished the bumper. So we're going to do Bondo on all of the spots that are not on the car yet. Finish that real quick before we do that. Spot bond, primer the rest of everything, and then sand it all down and get it all prepped. And then all that stuff will be done. And then it's time to get on the car. I'm looking forward to it. It's been taking a little bit longer than I expected to, but I'm also trying to do a little bit better of a job. So I'll see you guys on the next check-in. Oh my Lord. It has been a long day. We probably have about 30 minutes left of sanding, and then we're gonna wash the car. Let me turn the camera around and show you guys where we're at. So first off, shout out to my little brother. He has been here the whole entire time. Everything has been sanded. As you can see, the car is a mess. The last thing to do is this door where we had to do a little Bondo work. I have to sand the Bondo and do the whole door, and then I just have to do that little lower quarter piece where we had to Bondo as well. So, and those are just skim coats. They're super thin. We just have to blast them off and then level the door. The rest of the car has been sanded. The spots that needed to be primered, you know, just to cover them, have been primered. So we're getting pretty close to just washing this car and calling it a night. All of the parts are in here and they're drying. They look good. The bodywork is done on all of them. So it has been a long day. That took a lot longer than I expected. I wanted to do the work though and put in the extra time to make sure this car looks just a little bit better than it would have if I didn't do the body work. So that's going to pretty much be it for tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up early, and before I go out with my plans, I'm going to build the paint booth in here, and then I'll show you guys kind of what that looks like. Probably won't be complete by the time I show y'all. If you are enjoying this video, it's been very painful for me to make so far, so leave a like. This is a lot of work. I know it's not teaching you anything, but at least you kind of see what it's like to paint a car and what it's like for your first time, because this 100% is my first time. And it's been learn, and, you know, struggle. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
The world's greatest authority in modern dancing. Perfect.
Well, guys, I did not film much yesterday, and that's because yesterday ended up being about a 16 to 18 hour of work day, and that was queued up. But let me turn the camera on and kind of show you where I'm at right now with where the car is and how the paint is looking. So, first off, as you can see, I turned my garage into a paint booth. I plasticed everything. 2 exhaust fans that did have filters on them. 2 intake fans that had filters on the outside. So clean air coming in, clean air going out. So no overspray out back and minimal dust. I will say though, it is a garage. I do use this garage a lot. There is like some imperfections on the paint from dust and bugs and stuff where we couldn't get like a perfect seal around the door. So, you know, it happens. I will say, for my first time painting with a paint gun and everything else, it looks pretty good. Some spots are a lot better than others, I'll say that. But it does look really good. I'm super excited to put this car back together, which I will show you guys the finished product later in this video. I just am letting everything harden up good. I don't want to mess around with this and break something or scratch something. So yeah, the car is now purple. It is a beautiful color of purple. I did all of this by myself. I had some help. I'll shout out Sam Cook, my little brother. He came over and helped with the sanding and the body work. You know, again, helped. And then my friend Chris came over and helped me set up pretty much everything that put these down. Helped me set the car up, helped me tape everything, which I wouldn't have been able to paint the car last night without that. And also helped just start the mixing process. He also let me borrow the paint suit plus a full face mask because this would have been bad. So, I shall say, for roughly $850 invested, I'm happy with the paint job. But if I'm going to do it again, which I'm going to, I'm going to say I'm going to buy a better gun. The gun I used worked really good for the paint color and the sealant, but it had issues with the clear coat. Like maybe it couldn't get enough air through. I watched like a couple videos on people who know how to paint. I do not know how to paint. I'm not a professional. But they had said that there's just issues with that gun in the clear. It's what I get for buying a $25 gun, so that's on me. I won't do it again in my own garage. We ended up like gassing the house. It was horrible. So we sat outside for a few hours. I mean, I painted till like 3 a.m. last night. So with that in mind, paint till 3 a.m., your house just fumed up for 2 hours. We didn't go to bed till like 6. I can't sleep in, so I got 2 hours of sleep last night. It happens, but I'm happy with it. I should have done a little bit better on the body work, but for my first time, I'm super happy with it. So I'm gonna let this paint dry. I'm gonna probably watch it because watching paint dry is one of the best hobbies you can have. And when we get the car back together, I'll show you guys the final product. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am. See y'all later. Well, guys, it has been about a week and a half of the car just kind of sitting, as you can tell in the video. It is kind of dusty. What you can also tell is I'm not really good at painting. Now, for my first car, first paint job, I'm super happy. I think I said in the last clip, but the paint gun just did not do good with the clear. It wouldn't like, you know, atomize it or whatever good enough. And it laid kind of funky, which I'm a little upset about. And I thought about buying another paint gun and doing it all over again, but it was so much work. And that 4-day weekend, I pretty much just used my whole 4 days of off time working on this car. So this weekend, I'm actually having, I think Chris is gonna come over. We're not sure yet. And he's gonna help me wet sand and polish it to kind of see how it comes out, see if we can get the shine. If we do that, I'll make a video. Other than that, I threw in my imperfections in the compilation because I wanted you guys to know I wasn't filming this from 10 feet away. I wasn't hiding the imperfections. The car is not perfect, but compared to what it was, I personally think this is way better. And yes, the wings are gonna go back on. I wanted to wait until we wet sand it, that way they're not in the way. But as you can see, it is very nice. The paint did lay super good. Some of the things I'm a little upset about is I took all the seals off, but you can see the old color was oversprayed. Some things I messed up on when putting the rivets back in. You can see I scratched the hell out of it and had to touch it up. That kind of sucked, but I'm hoping you can see it's smooth though. I'm hoping when we wet sand and polish, some of this orange peel will come off. But other than that, I've been pretty happy with it. I found a few little spots that I had missed, like the other side of the bumper I had missed, so I actually just used a little nail polish brush and polished it in. So that worked good. You know, some of the places that were taped up, like that right there at the end of my finger was nail polish brushed on. So I did the best with what I had. I'm super happy. You have seen the journey I went through. You could see it was a lot of work. I was pretty wore out the last clip I filmed in the morning because I was on 2 hours of sleep. But yeah, it took us a few hours to put the car back together. Not too bad. The rivets were the hardest part. Everything else just went on super smooth. We were super careful. So this weekend will mark 2 weeks since I did it. So yes, this video has been a couple of weeks worth. And I'm hoping once we clean it, as you can see, it's really dirty. Once we clean it, wet sand and polish, this thing is super pretty. If not, I'm very happy with this. And we also are working on the RX-7 coming up. And that'll be another fun video, doing a tune-up and getting that car running. So, well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying this type of content where I just kind of go out of my shell and try something new. It was a fun experience. I'm going to do it again. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know down below. If you want to see completely different stuff, let me know down below. And if you're still here, you know, comment a winky face. I'll know what it's for. It'll make me happy. I'll appreciate the support, you know. But yeah, this is the Miata. She's purple now, and I'll see you guys soon in the next one. Peace.